Ad is just one form. They do it in multiple ways. It could be about the packaging, name, सब चीज में होता है. The first impression you will have on a brand is through an ad. It could be a digital ad or a simple social media post or a video ad, multiple things. So that is the most strongest communication which brands use in order to tell consumers.
We have Raj Rishi with us. He was my batchmate in MU and one of the best person I've met for all these creative stuff which I've seen. है ना, वो आपको कुछ work of मतलब हमारा जो हमने ad shoot किया था वो भी दिखाएंगे. He's currently working as a product manager in ClickBuzz. तो किसी को अगर इंटरेस्ट है उसमें भी तो वो क्लास के बाद पूछ सकते हो, है ना. चलो, over to you, Raj Rishi.
Thanks, Anukul. As he said, I'm Raj Rishi and I'm a product manager at ClickBuzz. So throughout our MBA, I think we had good experiences of understanding marketing, branding and all these things. So I think you guys also started learning about marketing a little bit, right? Basic courses completed, right? So I think that is the most interesting phase. So for us also. So I went to my MBA actually aspiring to get into a marketing role and, to understand this consumer behavior and all that. So it'll be pretty exciting when you start to learn about how brands behave and people behave and all that. So making an ad and all that, yeah, that is a fun experience. So that will come to that part later. So first, let us start with a small game. I'll show you some ads. I think most of you might easily guess this. So I'll just play and stop. Try to guess the brand, okay? This I don't think you might have seen.
There's no wall, no barrier.
Which company's ad or which brand's ad this could be? Huh? Any guess is fine, man. Go on. Distillery. Why do you think distillery? उधर पानी नहीं है इसलिए. Any other guesses? Right. Good answer. You have seen this ad? Didn't see this ad. Good. Why do you think Airtel? Good one. Yes. Perfect answer. So, if you have seen this, this was a very old Airtel ad, right? And what is the difference between the first two ads and this one?
I think
English.
like this is emotional and goes towards
Yeah, correct.
Direct.
Exactly.
Mostly as out loud नहीं होता.
Exactly. So that is where the brand effect comes into picture. So your Fevicol and Lenskart ads, which we have seen before, they directly tell that this is our benefit that you get if you buy Fevicol or if you buy Lenskart. So there it is directly about what is the product that is serving you. Are a mix of all these things. At times, like, when there are some festivals going on or some discounts going on, you directly have the benefit-based ads. Whenever there are, things like some campaigns going on at a company level or a brand level, then they try to come up with those attributes. So Airtel tries to put itself around somewhere about connecting with people, like Nokia, like talking to people, connecting to people, that aspect. Cool. So now that we have all seen ads, in fact, we are ready to make ads. First of all, what is an ad? Like if we have to, not a Google definition, but what is an advertisement? So any other answers? All are correct. Advertisement has multiple purposes and, it is intended to do some multiple things there. Any other things that you see? Like why do companies spend millions and millions of dollars on ads?
Get near to the customers.
Right.
इसलिए कस्टमर आए और चाहे कनेक्शन
तो देखो अगर मैं प्रोडक्ट बेच रहा हूँ देन आई कैन पुट द प्रोडक्ट एट डिस्काउंटेड प्राइस, वहां पर भी पैसा खर्च कर रहा हूँ मैं. देयर ऑल्सो आई कुड सेल इट टू पीपल, नो? एग्जैक्टली, परफेक्ट. सो लार्ज मास कनेक्टिंग विद द स्टोरी एंड दैट बॉन्डिंग, राइट? परफेक्ट. So again, this is just, keywords ले लो, definition छोड़ दो. It's about communicating the value the brand offers to its customers. Ad is just one form. They do it in multiple ways. It could be about the packaging, name, सब चीज में होता है. Ad is just something which we are able to see evidently. Like you said, large mass, everyone can see it, and everyone can easily relate to it, and everyone can understand it. That is actually the strongest mode of communication. Because packaging, name, everything comes later once you go to the shop and touch the product or something like that, or once you log into something and see the product. But before that, the first impression you will have on a brand is through an ad. It could be a digital ad or a simple social media post or a video ad, multiple things. So that is the most strongest communication which brands use in order to tell consumers, especially the target consumers. Abhi target consumers ये सब थोड़ा बताया ना. So target consumers, not everyone. They don't want to sell to 100 people in the room. That is what ad is for. Abhi, so when we are talking about brand all this time, right? So if we say that ad is to communicate something about a brand, then first of all, what is a brand? Perfect. So you're saying brand is about creating that perception in people. Marketing is about promoting their offerings, promoting their company or something like that. Perfect. Well said. Any other answers? Why, like you said, which brand you love? Boat. So why do you associate yourself with Boat?
Because they sell lifestyle and they have built their brand as a lifestyle. For example, if I am associating myself as a boat head, so I am associating myself with the mindset of the boat, like their mind, their lifestyle, and I see myself as a lifestyle person. Like I love to, live my life. So this is why I
Right.
associate with them.
So when you say Boat, you said what all comes to your mind? Just when you say as a Boat, as a brand, tell me keywords which come into your mind immediately.
Lifestyle.
So primarily when we talk about any brand, not only Boat, you talk about any brand, there will be certain attributes which will come into your mind. And that is the whole thing which a brand tries to build over time. Like, for example, any other brand you take. So, for example, we are talking about Boat, right? Just to finish up on this, we're talking lifestyle, Gen Z, trendy, bold, etc. Just by seeing it, the earphones, you won't get all this in your mind,
Yes.
right? It is the packaging, it is the ads that they do, it is the brand ambassadors that they try to rope in, and it is the pricing that they put in. It is the posters or digital media ads that they run. Everything. So everything, if you see for Boat, it's always trendy. PW, what comes to your mind? Trust. Perfect. Most important for an education, healthcare, affordability.
Quality.
Okay. Now see, take two things. You have a brand and you have a consumer who is trying to purchase something from their brand, a product or a service or whatever. You guys are students who are looking for a trustworthy institute that is offering quality education at an affordable price. So PW's main task is to do all that they can to optimize for these three keywords. So whenever somebody thinks about PW, in their mind, these three should come first. These are also fine, but when you told about the values that you associate with physics wala, no? These are the ones which came to your mind. And any brand, it can have 20 different things, but you can't optimize for everything. There will be core 2 or 3 attributes which every brand will try to optimize for. And if you see their ad campaigns, marketing campaigns, their packaging design, their names, brand names, everything will be about boosting that particular attribute in the minds of consumers. So whenever somebody puts an ad about PW, or whenever the founder comes and talks about PW, it will always be about trust building or ensuring that the quality is not compromised. Affordability will anyway come in. That also is coming in some of the ads where you showcase the pricing, or once you trust it and once you know that there is quality, you will eventually understand that it is affordable, because this is something which an aware user will obviously do. You go and compare courses from different places and you know that this will be affordable. Okay, so now that we know about brand, right? What brands are, what they try to do, and all that. These are some fundamental things which every brand will have, and which every brand will be trying to, try to exemplify over time. So initially they start with a name, logo, and a tagline. Any brand will have these three for sure. But before these three comes the most important thing of vision or the purpose of a brand. Like somebody here said, Zomato. What is Zomato's vision or purpose? Remember? It is something around good food for more people. Okay, so that is the fundamental premise on which Zomato as a solution or as a brand started off. So first they will try to ensure that what is their purpose. So Zomato's purpose is about good food for more people. So anything about food and anything about people, Zomato can come in. That is the broader statement. Then it boils down to the name, logo, and the tagline. Zomato doesn't have a tagline as such, but the name, logo, and there will be many other things like color, etc., etc. But that is a technical discussion that can be, later once you will be seeing anyway. So the name and the logo here. So Zomato's name and logo at that point in time when they started, it would have been a very catchy thing that they have tried to take in. Something related to food, like tomato or something like that, and they just made it Zomato kind of a thing. Let us assume. I'm not saying that's the story. So they have optimized for something that is easy and that is understood by more people, and it is very catchy for people to tell also. Because imagine 2009-10, at that time you don't have smartphones, internet, all these things a lot. So if somebody has to think about a website where you can go and see about food items, menus, and even in fact order from there at a later point in time, it has to be easy for them. So that is what something they could have optimized for in their name. And logo, obviously, it's a simple Zomato text that is there with a bright red color. So again, like from Dipinder's interviews only, if you can see, it is about the visibility that they have taken. There is no much thing that they have seen. It's like food and something bright, something fun, something that everyone can see. Again, more people, right? Red is something, wherever it is, everyone can see. So that is the fundamental premise on which you start off with these three. But coming to these three, right? This is where it becomes very difficult. And it is difficult for us to also go to each one of these and understand, what is persona tone and how brands do it, etc., etc. But on a surface level, now we'll go back to the initial point where you guys associated yourself with a particular brand, right? Like you already told about boat. Because of boat's qualities and all, you're associating with them. You were telling some brand, no? Netflix. Perfect. What is the image of Netflix that you have in your mind? Like, why do you like Netflix so much?
So this is their image.
Good point. Building on what you and she said, you have wide variety of content, and actually the quality of content is very engaging, right? So अभी OTTs बहुत है. Hotstar भी अच्छा quality content देता है. There is Prime Video also. There is Netflix also. More or less, the price is almost same nowadays. Forget about other ones, the local players and Sony Live, ZEE5 and all. The international ones we take. Prime Video, Hotstar, Netflix. Which one is more premium, or which one do you think has more quality content?
Netflix.
All of you. Netflix. Why so?
I think so. They have made that.
They have made that persona in their customers' mind. Because some movies are in Disney Plus Hotstar and other platforms. People go and buy just to watch that particular movie. There are very big hit movies which are streaming into different platforms. But when it comes to Netflix, maybe दूसरे platform को उससे ज़्यादा अच्छी video है या फिर ज़्यादा अच्छा content है, but still people would prefer Netflix in a premium segment.
And also one more thing, the way they are positioned. So when we say when we say what we're gonna do now, we may say we're gonna watch a movie. But then when we're on Netflix, we're like, what are you doing? Netflix.
Exactly. Good example. Exactly. Netflix and chill, right?
So the brand positioning is
exactly perfect. Very well said. So it started in the US again, right? When there's DVDs are there or TV was there, etc., etc. Slowly they came into digital and they have revolutionized all that. But this point where they made it synonymous with watching something, enjoying something, where you are immersing yourself in some experience. It's not just watching a movie or something like that. It's like you're immersing yourself in some experience and you're chilling. So they have associated themselves with an experience, engaging, and it is about content, quality content. So that's why whenever we say Netflix, it's like a standard, gold standard. Then comes Hotstar or your Prime Video, whatever it is. So they have tried to create that kind of a thing. And in case of Netflix, if you see their website and all, it is not just the ads that they did or the posters they did. Some taglines and all definitely worked for them. But if you see, they actually went through the product. So Netflix product, the colors, the UI, the recommendation engine. Like if you watch one movie, I think Netflix was the first company which started. It will automatically suggest the recommended movies for you. So they have taken the experience part of it, and that actually built a brand for them. That's one of the, like for us product managers, it is very interesting to learn about Netflix and these kind of products, because without marketing or without direct promotions, with your product you have built a brand for yourself. Those are very few products which are like that. Like if you see particular movie, let us say for 1 hour, and you stopped, whereas you watched a movie for 2 hours, and Netflix is showing you similar kind of genres where you watch the movie for 2 hours, even before YouTube did that, that would actually create a great experience for you. And whenever you want to watch something, the first thing that comes to mind is Netflix. That is what the brands try to do. So that's where we, end our definition, or we start our definition of why this one, what brand is. So like all of you said, again, I won't repeat this. So all of you talked about perception, talked about the identity, talked about the attributes you associate your brand with, all that. So every brand actually does that. The most important thing here is how they are doing it. So one strongest mode of communication of doing it is ads. And other things like we have seen, it is through products, it is through digital marketing, all that stuff. And another keyword to here remember is the uniqueness of it. Like in case of Netflix, it is the experience and the synonymous thing that we get in mind when we say watching something interesting, engaging. Or when we talk about boat, the uniqueness what boat has compared to all other brands could be the affordability part of it, especially in India as of now. Because there are more cooler brands, there are more trendy brands, there are more Gen Z brands also. But boat is still there. Again, I feel is mainly because of that affordability and the way it was able to reach people. Just go through this, because if normal people say it doesn't go into our brain, these are some quotes from great people, so that we'll take it that because great people said it should be right. And pick the one which you liked. I'll ask someone randomly which one you liked among these four. Which one you liked? Huh? Okay. Why do you like it?
It depicts that what people say behind your back.
Figuratively, yes. So it's primarily, again, coming back to that image wala perception thing, right? When you're there or not there also, if someone is coming and talking about, let us say you follow cricket or football, something like that. Football, right? Your favorite team? Madrid. So if someone comes and talks about some other team and tells that they are better than Madrid, you will strongly defend them, right? You will say Madrid is the best team in the world and all that. Why? Because in your mind, Madrid is the best. You have followed them and all that. That is the reason, brands have these, there is a pull effect, which you guys might learn or already learned. So when you have that kind of a strong association or an image built, when brands grow, actually starting it is very difficult for any brand. Like he said, it takes a lot of time. After a point in time, they can create that pull effect. For example, abhi Madrid ka match agar India mein ho raha hai, this fellow will try to go there for sure, or at least watch it, somewhere, in a maybe a cafe outside or with his friends or something like that, right? That kind of a pull effect is there. There, my what is the ticket price, whether that day I have a class or an exam, etc., won't come into picture, because I am so strongly associated with the brand. That kind of a pull effect comes through what the efforts the brand does. So, Licious being a meat brand, they try to target that particular stigma. Like it's like going to the meat shop, getting all this stuff, finding out which one is better, which one is not, etc. No, Licious directly focused on that area. So they made it more comfortable and this thing. So they took a fun take on the whole process of buying meat on Father's Day. So see this words.
अभी रिटायरमेंट पार्टी का क्या दौर है? A special skill था हमारा. Going to a bड़ा बहुत उदास मटन शॉप. My daughter बोलता था, बाबा दारुण मटन लाया. तभी मांस में नजीक था. Hey, what is it about?
अब मटन लाना कोई ऐवी काम तो है नहीं कि रिटायरमेंट ले ले। इट्स अ फैमिली कस्टम। पहले दादाजी जाते थे, चुन चुन कर पीस लाते थे, फिर पापा जी जाते थे, वो भी चुन चुन कर पीस लाते थे, मैं जाता था।
It was my ritual. 7:15 sharp, start walking. 7:30 sharp, reach market. 7:45 sharp, buy the best mutton. Fast.
Congratulations!
Yesterday my daughter said, Baba, order from Licious. अरे है Licious खूब बोलो. But what about Baba? छोड़ो तो.
I used to be mutton pro. Now, pro has to retire.
तो क्या करें?
Mutton खाए.
So, if you see here, Licious didn't talk about the main value proposition. They didn't say that we deliver meat. They didn't say that we deliver good quality meat. They simply said, now fathers are retired. In that process, they have communicated what all they do. Choosing the best quality, picking it up from the right place, getting it here, all that stuff. So their value is also clearly established. Their brand also is clearly established. Like Bachpan mein this one, in every summer, we used to get one ad where the son is putting a straw in our head and is drinking the energy. Rasna ka nahi tha wo. Glucon-D kuch ka tha. Right. So see, all of us remember that ad even today. So that is the exaggeration that they do. And most of the FMCG products have this. If you observe, take your biscuits, your drinks like this, Glucon-D type drinks, Tiger biscuits, Snickers, this one Happy-Dent White, all FMCG, 5-star. 5-star is also crazy ads. Yeah. Do nothing. So all these people have over the board exaggerated crazy ads because in FMCG what happens is you have hundreds of products in the same space. Biscuits to 100 biscuits hai market mein. Why do you pick that one biscuit? First time, after second time, third time, you know the taste, so you go and pick it. But first time when I see 100 biscuits, something should come in my mind. ये नाम सुना है, ad अच्छा था. That will subconsciously actually trigger us to at least go and touch the product or feel the product and see like, okay, क्या है ये? That's why they do over the top advertising. All these people. So because in FMCG, the competition is very, very high. And you will easily go away from your shelves. So if you go to supermarket, आपको Good Day या Bourbon, Milk Bikis, Parle G, these type of things are always there. But any other thing which comes, it will come and go. So retention in people's mind is very less, so they do all these crazy ads for that reason. हाँ, ये तो आपको पता है. Just I put it here for the steps. स्क्रिप्ट के बारे में ज्यादा डोंट गेट इनटू द स्टफ लाइक ईच लाइन लिखेंगे, ईच डायलॉग लिखेंगे एंड ऑल दैट. इम्प्रोवाइज ऑन स्पॉट थोड़ा बहुत जब भी शूटिंग कर, लाइक इम्प्रोवाइज्ड हियर, नो द चेक शर्ट इम्प्रोवाइज्ड हियर, राइट? Like that, improvise it here on the spot whenever you are shooting. Number 1. And casting again थोड़ा देख लो अगर possible है तो. अब कैरेक्टर के हिसाब से कौन अच्छा होगा थोड़ा देख लो, मतलब that will subtly put in, all these are subconscious cues. Okay. So just think about it when you are thinking about your ad. Like Whole Truth Foods है ना, Whole Truth Foods अगर कोई कर रहा है ad, Whole Truth Foods के that person who is there, the main guy who is going to go and see in the showroom, shopping mall, gym, etc., how will that person be like? He's always bombarded with lies and all, so he has to be a little frustrated, doubtful and all that. So it will be subconsciously people will be able to connect with that. Dressing bhi dekh lo and all that, like casual maybe, a t-shirt, shorts kind of a thing. So casting will actually help you indirectly. Then shooting, obviously आप कर लोगे. Shooting में थोड़ा ये ध्यान दो कि लाइटिंग अच्छा हो, मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट. क्योंकि अगर रिकॉर्ड करने में नॉर्मली कर दिया, बाद में जब आप अपलोड करोगे ना, वो लाइटिंग का वो नॉइस आ जाता है और लाइटिंग भी फ्लिकरिंग आ जाता है. सो दिस इवेंचुअली विल गेट टू नो व्हेन यू आर डूइंग इट. कुछ भी कैमरा चलेगा, आजकल हर फोन में कैमरा अच्छा है. सो डोंट वरी, यू नीड टू हैव अ DSLR एंड डोंट बॉदर आवर कैमरामैन देयर. सो यू विल एनीवे डू इट विद एनी फोन, इज फाइन. अच्छा आएगा, लाइटिंग अच्छा होना है बस. एडिटिंग देख लो, एडिटिंग थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा, टाइम लगेगा, दैट विल बी द थिंग वेयर यू कैन डू मैजिक. जो भी रिकॉर्ड करना कर लो, एडिटिंग में उसको आगे पीछे आगे जो भी है करना है कर लो. सो एडिटिंग थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा, टाइम देके करो उसको. शायद एटलीस्ट इफ यू शूट द एड फॉर 1 डे, एडिटिंग 3 दिन लगेगा. सो उसके लिए टाइम दो. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, माई फेवरेट एंड द मोस्ट चैलेंजिंग थिंग आई फील इज म्यूजिक. एड का मूड और एड का पॉइंट एग्जैक्टली बदल जाएगा म्यूजिक अच्छा है तो.